What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Man, I have something that's very exciting for you guys. I decided to break down the Chiefs versus the Ravens and the Jaguars game, okay? So I went through those two games. I actually didn't do the week 2 game. I cannot remember who they played in week 2. I didn't go through that game just because I didn't really have time to go through that game, honestly. But I went through these entire games. I pretty much watched the entire game of each of these. For the Jaguars, I watched the entire first half, a little bit of the second. For the Ravens game, pretty much the entire thing. And I was really trying to learn what the Chiefs do, because as we know, the Chiefs are a great team in the NFL. They're going to be really tough to beat on Sunday. But I really want to see if I can find any weaknesses, okay? What really stood out to me as weaknesses. And also, what do they like to do, okay? What is their, I guess, I don't know what I would say, not their strategy, but what do they do? What are their tendencies going into this Detroit Lions game, okay? What are their formations? Because honestly, as a Lions fan, we know they're playing the Chiefs, we know about the big numbers, but we didn't know a lot about the Chiefs. And at least I didn't know a lot about the Chiefs because I didn't watch all of their games. But now, I know a lot about the Chiefs. Now, man, I have notes on top of notes on top of notes. It is ridiculous how many notes I have, okay? A lot of them are repeating because I was really trying to break down everything that's going to happen. So I have screenshots on the screen right now. I'm not sure if I'm sitting in the middle or if I'm sitting in the corner. I don't know what I'm doing right now. But either way, I'm going to try to be walking you guys through what's going to be happening here, okay? So I have a lot of screenshots. Some of them we may skip through and not talk about at all. Some of them we may talk about. But really, these will be how I can show you guys really what I'm talking about as, you know, a visual thing. Okay, let's just get right into the video. Words are too hard for me. All right, so first thing we're going to notice is that the Chiefs run a shotgun and single back pretty much exclusively, okay? That's basically all they run is shotgun and single back here. This was a terrible screenshot. I apologize. I have no idea what I was doing here. But as you guys can see, the shotgun formation, okay? You will see that a lot. I just want to get that out of the way. The second thing you will see with the Chiefs, this is offensively. They throw to two guys a lot. And those two guys are Travis Kelce and whoever the running back is, whether it's McCoy or it's Williams. Those guys get the ball all the time. I mean, they are literally specifically running plays for those two guys to get open. They have weapons with Sammy Watkins and Hardman, which I'll get into in a minute. But those guys, they do a lot of the work, okay? These are the guys that get a lot of the attempts. They throw a lot to the running back. They make it very simple. There's not a lot there. There's not like a lot of complex things going on. It doesn't seem with this Chiefs offense, okay? They keep it simple and it works, so why not keep it simple, okay? I kind of like that. So we'll skip ahead here. I'm going to try to fly through these because I have tons, okay? Here we go. Looking at the Ravens side of things, this is where I want to show you what they were doing, kind of to show you how the Ravens were playing. The Jaguars, yes, I know they played Jaguars week 1, but I had the Ravens first because I watched that game first. And yeah, so let's go to the next screenshot that we have here. Here's Patrick Mahomes once again. Where's he looking here? He is going towards this running back. If I'm sitting in the middle, I think it's over here, maybe over here. I don't know. Either way, he's going to the running back on this play, okay? Again, running backs and tight ends. Taking away Travis Kelce may be the key to victory, honestly. Now, you may want to think, because you look on the surface first with the Chiefs, if you don't watch them play, you may think, oh, they have big numbers. Mahomes has like 400 yards passing. Okay, they're just bombing it out with wide receivers. They're not. That's not how they play. They play a lot of short things that break for big plays. There are a few ones that are just breakdowns. These guys are getting wide open, okay? Or they're making 5-yard catches into touchdowns, which you will see. And the reason his completion percentage is so high is because they throw the running backs constantly. And I'm not saying that's bad. That's smart. I mean, if it works, it works. Why would you not do that? There's nothing wrong with doing that. I'm just saying the reason his numbers are so high is because this is how they played the offense a lot. A lot of dump downs, okay? On the first drive versus the Ravens, there was about 3 passes that went directly to the running back. 2 of them were back-to-back, and they were just snap, throw it to him, snap, throw it to him. They kept it very simple, okay? That's just how they had to play. And they weren't blitzing. That was just their offense, okay? Even when they got inside the 5 and they were trying to score a touchdown, that's what they were doing. They were just throwing it to the running backs, okay? Now, you'll see here the Chiefs are back in the single back. What I really wanted to show you guys in this one was this wide receiver, Mecole Hardman, okay? Now, Mecole is a very, very fast wide receiver, okay? As we know, they have a lot of fast guys on this offense. But Hardman is the guy that's always going to be moving around. They usually have at least one guy in motion almost every single play. Not always the same guy, but almost every single play they have someone in motion. Sometimes they're actually involved in the play. Sometimes they'll get it. Here, maybe it could be a jet sweep. Sometimes they'll get it on the pass. But other times, it's just a complete decoy to make you have to worry about something defensively, okay? You'll see that a lot, so I really want to point that out here. I just thought it was a great catch, so I'd throw that in there. Now, for the Ravens side of things, I know it's going to be kind of a little off, I guess I should say. Just bear with me. Now, this is the defensive side of things for Kansas City Chiefs. We'll get back into the offense in a second. But one thing that I noticed, for the Ravens versus the Chiefs, they exploited this defense by running the ball to the right. They ran the ball a lot, and it was crazy. Now, one thing to know about the Ravens is that they run the ball very well, okay? They're number 1 in the NFL. They run for over like 200 yards per game, which is ridiculous. But one thing I did notice though, when they did run the ball to the left, wasn't a lot of success. It was when they ran the ball to the right is when they were picking up big gains against this Kansas City Chiefs defense. They didn't really seem to be able to stop it. Now, one thing you'll notice about the Ravens offense, they pull a lot of guards and tight ends, okay? They pull a lot of people on every single play, okay? So I want to point that out. Running to the right, they had a lot of success here. Now here, I'm kind of showing off this defense by the Kansas City Chiefs. So in this situation, they're in the shotgun, right? The Kansas City Chiefs are playing what looks like a 4-3 set, right? You have your 4 down linemen and your 3 linebackers. But really, they're playing this man right here. Don't know if you guys can see him. But this man is really a safety playing that linebacker position, okay? That's kind of how it works. Now, you're getting a lot of athleticism back there. He actually batted the ball down on that play. Again, I wanted to show you guys out of the shotgun. You can see this man right here. He is running again in motion. This is something that you will see constantly, okay? They're in shotgun and single back nearly every single play. Didn't really see any other formations in that. Now, this one I had to show you guys. This is the big play. If you guys watched highlights, you know this play happened. This is a huge play that the Chiefs had against the Ravens. Okay, you know how they had that bomb up the seams and he was gone. It's like, wow, that's a great play. Well, actually, I think it's Earl Thomas's fault here. So you'll see number 29, that's Earl Thomas. I'm not showing you guys the footage of the game because I can't do that. I can show you guys screenshots, I think. So this is Earl Thomas, and I'm not sure what he was doing here. There's no way that his duty was to step up because there's literally no one back then. That doesn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure he gambled on something that may be short, and it wasn't. If that was the play call, Ravens, I don't know what you're doing, but all he did was throw a seam route and there was no safety behind, so he just ran to the end zone. Here, this is where the Ravens found a lot of success, okay? It was different for Jacksonville and the Ravens, but for there were a lot of similarities too. But for the Ravens, they saw their tight ends getting a lot of catches, okay? And now it wasn't just tight ends. It was the easy routes. It was the curls. It was the slants. It was the in routes. It was the easy stuff that they were doing over the middle. So slot wide receivers and tight ends for the Lions are going to have a big game. They can have a big game. And we know Lions already play like that. They play a lot of catch, throw, simple stuff. It's going to be very good against the Kansas City Chiefs, okay? And now, let's go a little bit ahead. We see Lamar Jackson here. I just kind of wanted to showcase this defensive line. They start off kind of slow in this game, but then they start to get pressure as it went on, okay? On the edges, they have some talent. They have Frank Clark out there, so they have some talent. Now, here for the Kansas City Chiefs, once again, I kind of wanted to show you Patrick Mahomes and just a little bit of this offense. Now, again, when I say they ran to the right side and they found success, they did. Imagine this. They're coming out of the first half. They're getting the ball. They're down by 17 points. Some teams get a little anxious there and start throwing it. The Ravens did not do that. What did they do? They took advantage of what was working. It was running the ball to the right. You'll see here, before they snap it, they're at their own 38-yard line. You can see here he's trying to create a hole, and he ends up across midfield on the run to the right. Then, almost right after that, another handoff to the right side. You could see this big gap that they're giving up. Once again, I'm sorry for these little screenshots in the corner. I screenshotted when it was already on there, so I messed it up. You can see he takes it all the way down to the 32-yard line. Again, from the 19, handoff to the right side, and he's punched on the ball for a touchdown. That's Mark Ingram. So 3 times, multiple times, they went to the run to the right side, and the Chiefs absolutely could not stop it, okay? There's a better look at just the hole that is being created here. The Lions can run on this team. The Chiefs don't have a good run defense. The Lions can run on this team. Now, I think what hurt the Ravens is that they kind of went to long passes after this. They really kind of got out of it after that drive, which surprised me because it was working. It's not like down by 10 with 10 minutes to go in the third is like you're trying to hurry because they didn't have to, okay? This was working. They would have been fine doing what they're doing. Now, here I just want to show you how well they set the edge. That is something the Lions have to do. Here's one point that I took away from both games. Setting the edge is super important against Kansas City Chiefs in 2 ways. 1, when they throw the ball, and 2, when they run the ball. Both ways, super important. That's how you slow down the Chiefs. That's what I saw from both games, from both films. Now, what I saw is this. You can see how they set the edge here. They did well. Here, they ran up the middle. When the Chiefs run the ball up the middle, they do not find much success. It is when they bounce to the outsides, okay? That's what they try to do here. 2nd and 3. Maybe it looks like there's a hole. He's running up the middle, right? Nothing there. Set 3rd and 1, nothing there. He actually doesn't even get this 1st down. 4th down, they don't get it either. I wanted to show you guys that if the Lions can keep them back inside and pressure them back to the middle, they will have success against the running game for the Kansas City Chiefs because they like to get to the edge. If you don't believe me, go watch the game. I'm telling you, this is what I saw. As you can see, the Kansas City Chiefs seem to be bringing a blitz, and what is wide open? It's right here. He doesn't get it off because it's actually tipped at the line. So good play by the defense here. Now, this is what I really wanted to showcase in this video. How to slow down Patrick Mahomes. Because as we know, Patrick Mahomes is the MVP of last season. You know, he's some great quarterback. He's got these huge numbers. He's the Michael Jordan of... No, he's not. First of all, stop. Okay, don't say that. Michael Jordan in the NFL? No. Look, Patrick Mahomes, he's great. Do not get me wrong. He is absolutely phenomenal. But there's one way that he gets more comfortable than others, and that is when he gets outside the pocket. Very, very comfortable. He loves to drift and move his feet, okay, when it's backing up. Now, he has to stay in the right kind of posture, right? Because when he's drifting back like this is when he has success. It's when he's kind of switched like this and he has to throw forward, you'll see him miss a lot of passes. Now, when I say he's more comfortable, he really is. He's a lot less comfortable when he is forced to step up in the pocket and make a solid catch, two-step drop, pass. Don't believe me? Go watch the games. I'm telling you, okay? I've seen this throughout the entire game of both games. He loves to drift out and gives him more confidence to throw deep routes. Are they always the best throws? No. You will see here, not the best throw. Should have been picked. Bad play by the defender. This was actually caught, okay? But when he drifts, he throws a lot of deeper passes. Now, here, you can see they're running to the edge. That's what works well for the Kansas City Chiefs, okay? Again, here's Patrick Mahomes. He is staying inside the pocket. Why? Because here, 99, he's pushing him back inside the pocket. And that's when the defense finds success against Patrick Mahomes. He is not a great quarterback of stepping up to the pressure, okay? I'm just going to be honest. He can be a little inaccurate with that. You can see where the ball ended up. Look at this. He has this. Why would you not step up here? He doesn't step up. It just doesn't look... He's a young quarterback. He's going to learn this over time. But for now, he doesn't seem very comfortable with the step up. He's more wanting to roll. So when they take away the edge and they contain that, he has to step and make a throw. Very inaccurate. Not always. This time it was. Now, rolling out again, I said he's more comfortable. He'll take bigger shots. Here, he decides to take a shot when he rolls out. What happens, though? He throws an interception. Now, he throws the interception. It's actually called back because the Ravens got a pass interference call, so it wasn't actually an interception. And then here, running up the middle, once again, absolutely no hole. There was no hole here at all. Now, I wanted to showcase this by the Kansas City Chiefs and Jaguars. Okay, so that was the first game. We'll talk about this game. I don't have as many screenshots here, don't worry. And then I'll overview what the Lions have to do. Here, Jaguars versus the Kansas City Chiefs. This was very interesting, okay? I learned a couple new things here. Things that were a little bit different, but there were a lot of similarities. This pass, if you have not seen the game, tell me what you think will happen here. This man has the ball. I don't know if you see him for me. This man has the ball. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders and 1 blocker. What do you think happens here? On a very simple route, he is gone. This man is gone. They missed tackles. They missed multiple tackles, and he is gone. That can't happen. The Lions cannot give up those big plays. They don't do a lot of... They do bombs. I'll showcase those in a second. But a lot of big plays come on like simple routes that the defense messes up. You have to make tackles. Here, they don't make a tackle, and he is gone. This should not have been a touchdown. Big gain? Yes. Touchdown? Absolutely not. We'll scroll a little bit ahead here. Here we go. Now we have Kansas City. Once again, Patrick Mahomes on the move. This man is comfortable when he is rolling out. I have found that either way as he's rolling out, he's more comfortable. Unless he has to switch his hips. That kind of makes it awkward. It's awkward for everyone that's right-handed. But here, again, rolling out. What did they do? They allowed him to get outside of the pocket. And what does he do? He takes a shot deep, and he's got his man out here, Travis Kelce, for a bomb. Now, there was a mistake that the Jacksonville Jaguars were making over and over. Jacksonville Jaguars really beat themselves, if I'm going to be honest, if I'm going to be 100% honest about this. But here, defensively, they have a linebacker one-on-one against Travis Kelce. I don't know why you expect that to work. Not a linebacker here. But they played a lot of one-on-one against Travis Kelce, and it didn't work, okay? When both teams played one-on-one against Travis Kelce, it did not work. As you can remember from the Lions versus the Eagles game, we played Zach Ertz one-on-one. We struggled with him early. Then we started like switching off, putting 2 guys on him, and we kind of slowed him down. That's what the Lions have to do. Travis Kelce was huge. He burnt them multiple times here. Now, this one's very interesting because I don't actually show you the pass necessarily where it's coming from, but you can see where this pass is going, okay? You can see the ball is about 10 yards over his head. It just flies out of bounds. This is on a 3rd and goal. Patrick Mahomes rolls out, and he completely overthrows him. He's accurate. Don't get me wrong, but he's not always accurate. He can miss a lot of passes. Once again, bomb. Why is this man wide open? This is the question. They get a lot of open passes. Now, this one actually came from Patrick Mahomes backing up, rolling, and just slipping it out. Defensively, there are a lot of mistakes being made here. First of all, you have a linebacker on a wide receiver. Now, this is not going to work. I actually believe this is Travis Kelce. Either way, it's a linebacker one-on-one. This is a mismatch. Patrick Mahomes backs up, he gets a step, and he's absolutely gone. And it's a big play waiting to happen. Now, you'll see here, this is the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, this one I want to showcase is what Jacksonville Jaguars worked. What worked for them offensively? It was the inside, the simple routes. Once again, very simple. Keep it simple. It works versus the Kansas City Chiefs, okay? If you try to do too much, it doesn't always work. But I'll show you what does work deep. Now, this really kept it simple. They have a crossing route here with my man, and he ends up catching this ball for a first down. That is what really worked for them, okay? And I also wanted to showcase a couple things here. Now, Travis Kelce, once again, he's deep. He's burnt. Who's guarding him? 44, the linebacker. You cannot play man-to-man man with the linebacker on Travis Kelce, it will not work. If the Lions put one linebacker on him and expect him to shut him down, it won't work. Now, 44 may not be a fast linebacker, but it still can make it very tough. Jalen Reeves-Maybin is really one of the only guys I would have maybe some confidence that he could take him one-on-one because he's faster, but it's still a very big mismatch. Jalen Reeves-Maybin got beat in week 1 a couple of times. They were just dropped. That's a problem. Here we go. Once again, this was an out route that was ran by the Kansas City Chiefs, and he has too much space. You can see how much space is being given up between him and the ball. Very simple stuff here. A lot of simple routes that the Kansas City Chiefs did. Here, an overthrow by Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to showcase these. He did miss a lot of passes. This guy is not 100% accurate, okay? He's not. He misses a lot of passes. This one he completely threw over Travis Kelce. As you can tell, though, he is looking there. Now, this situation, when you look at this screen, okay, what do you see? What do you see here when you look at this? You may see that this running back option is there. He can be sometimes kind of confused by this zone, at least from what I've been able to tell. I think he's one of those quarterbacks and how Andy Reid is running this, which is smart. He's young and it's working. It's smart. Don't get me wrong. But what they do is they basically give him his option before he snaps it. He snaps, you'll see it all the time. He'll snap it, look one way, he'll go back the other way, and he'll throw it. Basically instantly. But it's when that first option is taken away is where problems start to occur. Unless you let him get to the outside. If you take away the first option but let him get to the outside, you're going to have a problem because he's going to find someone deep. That's what you can't do. The Lions drop enough players that they can stop this. With this zone, if you get rid of his first option, which is usually Kelce or running back, you can get him a lot confused. This was actually a sack fumble that they did recover, luckily for them. Now, here, Jacksonville Jaguars, they get a deep route here. What you will see, it's a one-on-one, man-to-man, cornerback on the wide receivers. If they do this versus the Detroit Lions, which I think they will, Lions should be able to feast a little bit on this, okay? Matthew Stafford's going to be able to take some shots here deep. Now, we're going to be looking once again at this Kansas City Chiefs team. This is a play that, again, these teams are beating themselves. They are beating themselves. The Jaguars beat themselves in this game. We can't allow this to happen. Look where he is with the ball. Look at these defenders. Tell me what you think is going to happen here. It's probably completely against whatever you think is going to happen. He actually gets a big gain. Okay, he wraps around the entire field and comes around. That can't happen. You have to make the stop in the backfield. They don't do it. Multiple times this happened. Again, Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes, catch, fire to the running back. We see it. I see it over and over and over. Next play, same exact situation. Catch, fire to the running back. That's what it was. Okay, it's a lot of flats. How can a line stop that? Hard flats will stop that kind of thing, okay? You play hard flats. Play man-to-man, he's going to have a little space, but you could stop that, okay? You could come up with some big plays if you have some fast linebackers out there. I just wanted to showcase that a little bit. Once again, Patrick Mahomes, he's in the pocket. Why? Because he's not able really to escape here. Now, maybe he could have got to the outside here, but he stayed in the pocket. He was straight up, had time, misses a wide receiver again. This one should have been intercepted. He, the safety in the backfield, wasn't able to catch up to it, but again, should have been intercepted. Another bad pass here. I'm not hating on him. I'm telling you what the Lions have here, what they can do. Now, Jaguars, they ran to the outside a few times, and this is where success comes from, running to the right side. Now, the Jaguars actually had a lot more success running to the left than the Ravens did. I will point that out. So, this is definitely a team that you can run against without a doubt. Now, here's very interesting. This is a really good play by the Jacksonville Jaguars. What you're seeing here is Minshew has his man running a little bit of a curl route. Like I said, these simple routes work very well. They struggle with this. This is a curl route. He throws this before he turns, puts it on the money, and it's the first down. Very good route here, okay? You're going to see a lot of this kind of thing. Once again, Patrick Mahomes staying in the pocket, throwing it to the outside, misses his wide receiver, okay? I'm just showcasing this to let you guys know. Here, they play the edge, they contain, and it's taken away. Those are my screenshots that I have. Now, I want to wrap up this real quick by talking about what we can do and what we have to focus on, okay? Let me get this real quick. So basically, what we have to focus on is taking away the running back and the tight end. If we can do that and make him go to his second options, we're going to have a good chance. Now you may say, okay, well they score so fast. How do they do that? A lot of breakdowns in the secondary, tons of breakdowns. Usually when quarterbacks get the outside, breakdowns happen. But a lot of times, these teams don't have like safeties back or they're playing bad matchups, okay? Football is a lot about matchups. When you have a linebacker one-on-one with the tight end, you're going to get burnt over and over and over. Missing tackles. We can't miss tackles against this team. They're fast, but we can't miss tackles, okay? They don't have a lot of huge plays. A lot of curls, slants, simple routes are broken for 80-yard gains because they just can't make tackles. Basically, what I see from the Chiefs is they're telling the offense, hey, we're going to keep this simple, and you have to stop us. And a lot of these teams, they can't stop them. Jacksonville Jaguars, they beat themselves. Let me be honest, if you guys watch this game back, they had flag on top of flag on top of flag. I mean, I don't know what they were doing. I just had to point that out. Don't know what they were doing. But they keep it simple. Taking away Kelce is very, very important, okay? Those are two things that we really have to do. How do we slow him down? Keep him in the pocket, okay? He's not the best at stepping up and making throws. Okay, that's just how he plays. That's fine. He's a good outside the pocket quarterback. He can throw a lot of, he's super accurate. He may be the most accurate quarterback on the move. I'm not gonna lie. He may be. He is very accurate at times on the move when he's, when his posture is good. Maybe. But it is when he's stuck in that pocket, when they contain. If we can take a rhythm running back and Travis Kelce and force him to take his time, try to figure out what's going on, we can make a lot of plays. Because if you don't know, yes, they put up big numbers, but the Chiefs keep it very, very simple for this man, okay? There's not a lot of confusing stuff going on here, okay? We don't have to blitz necessarily. We can drop our 7 or 8 still. We just have to contain. Have the defensive ends contain. Sacks are great. Sacks are awesome. But they did have a lot of success against this blitz. He's very good against the blitz as well. Patrick Mahomes does really good against this because usually they'll have a slant or something, and when the blitz comes, he can catch it, and he's good with the sidearm type of flick that Stafford's good with. He's good at getting it around defenders, so sometimes the blitz usually doesn't get there. What I want to see from the Lions, not always blitzing, containing. Do not let this team get to the edge, whether it's running the ball or passing the ball. If they get to the edge, we will lose this game. If we force everything back to the middle, where Jared Davis are, where Snacks Harrison's are, then we can beat this team. No lie, we can beat this team, okay? I'm not kidding you guys. This team is very good, but they are not super complex. We can beat them if we play our game. If we don't get in our own way, okay? Beating ourselves is what's going to lose this game. Not making tackles, having stupid penalties like the Jacksonville Jaguars did constantly, okay? We can't have that. There were teams that had success. Both of these games, Ravens and Jaguars, had success running the ball. Running the ball right for the Ravens was a killer. Running the ball left for the Jaguars actually got going. Running the ball versus team is not going to be something that we can't do. We can do this. I think Darrell Bevel's ready for this challenge, okay? He can definitely run the ball. And yes, I think we should try to control time of possession because while the Chiefs can score fast, they do have a lot of time of possession in games, okay? They do. They held the ball for about the same amount of time as their other team does. And with that, we need to control time of possession. Yes, they can break these big plays, but they shouldn't. Okay, they should not break these big plays. They shouldn't be forced to long drives because their offense isn't that bomb. They're not outrunning everybody. No. They're making mistakes. Both of these games I watched, they're making mistakes. They're missing tackles. They're having blown coverages because there's just no one back. There's not even a safety. What was Earl Thomas doing? Why is there no safety back? How can you run a seam route, catch it for 10 yards, and be gone with no one even near you? That doesn't make sense. These are simple routes that are going to beat on. That slant pass, where the little pass over the middle, where there's like 5 defenders. How does he score a touchdown on that? That can't happen. Too many passes behind the line. They run around and get first down. They're fast. They can be a little bit deceptive, okay? They have a lot of good mix there, but it's very simple. He knows where he's going before he snaps it, usually. And, I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but if we can take away those first options, it's going to make it very, very hard for him to make some decisions. He's not the best quarterback in the pocket. His completion percentage is high because he owes a lot to the running back and the tight end. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just how they play offense. So for us, if we control time of possession, we can beat this team. Because while they score fast, they won't score fast if we don't beat ourselves. They will not score fast if we don't beat ourselves. I can guarantee that. You may not believe me right now. Don't have to believe me. When the game starts, if we don't have dumb mistakes, they will not have these big plays against us. They may have 10, they may have 20-yard plays. They won't be touchdown plays, okay? Travis Kelce will not be outrunning everybody to the end zone. Why? Because we won't play one-on-one with a linebacker with no help over top. That won't happen. Containing is a strategy. Running the ball is a strategy. We have to be able to run the ball. I want Stafford to let it loose too, and he should. These wide receivers has a chance to get deep on some of these cornerbacks, I believe. But over the middle passes, we're very good. At times, they adjust, and once they adjust, that's when you can go deep over the top. But for the defense side of things, where I'm more worried about against this Mahomes, he's good outside the pocket. Keep him inside the pocket. Take away his first option. Make him make a throw with all that coverage. Make him make a decision more than a throw. He has a nice arm. Don't get me wrong. On the move, he has a very good arm. Very accurate. Make him make a decision from inside the pocket. That's where we have our chance to have success. I know the numbers may not tell that, but if you watch the game, that's exactly what happens, okay? I don't want to have this video go on too long. If you guys have any questions, let me know. But a few things that I saw wrong, we cannot run wide receiver screens against this team. Doesn't work. They are very good against wide receiver screens. They almost actually had a pick six by their defensive lineman, okay? You can't do that. Zone runs open things up. We can run through the zones. We will be able to do that versus this team. To the right zone, we should be fine, okay? And again, if we don't beat ourselves, we can beat this team. Okay, they put up points. They may get a couple big plays, but honestly, if we don't beat ourselves and we keep them in the pocket, we can win this game. I'm not kidding. You don't have to believe me, but this is what I saw from all of my screenshots. If you guys want to watch the full game, I went on NFL Huddle, okay, so you guys can definitely do that. But yeah, I mean, I just got done, so I don't want to make this video too long. Thank you, Prop, for watching, and I'm out.